Yeah, that's where my
songs.
practice is to read.
And
What?
I listen to them songs.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
And I'm connected right
You're
there.
connected even better, yeah.
I like on demand church.
Yes, she knows, yeah, anytime.
You know?
Yeah, I've got 2 daughters and anyway, kind of like that.
Yeah.
If I need them, they're there.
Right.
You know.
But I don't have to show up on Sundays to get it.
That's right. Now, whereabouts do you live again?
Roseville.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning and welcome to the Sacramento Center for Spiritual Living and happy Mother's Day. Yay. Happy Mother's Day to all of you who are nurturing to either humans or pets. Because we all are take care of those children as well. So welcome, and we're going to start off today with a beautiful song, Face of God. It's very familiar. We're going to sing together. Cookie and I are going to lead you. Let's do it. There are some hand gestures to this too, so let's do that together too.
Kind of went to something. She's not
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of my family. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are my family. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. You are the face of You are the face of God. You are the face. You are the face. You are the face.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
I am Reverend Sharon Dunn-Alberg, your senior minister. This is a little loud, I think. I think I could talk to everybody without the mic. So I have a gift for you. I wrote this because there was a lot of, if you could pass that on. Yes. I wrote this because there's a lot of people who aren't mothers. There's a lot of people who are have different stories about motherhood, and maybe even our own mothers. And so I brought some context to Mother's Day. We're all different experiences with our mothers and as mothers. And we can focus on our differences, making Mother's Day a day of different, often difficult, sometimes tragic, or we can focus on a day to celebrate our oneness, in which we all have a mother. And we are all born to live together on Mother Earth. We're born to learn, to awaken to our humanity, to nurture one another, to feed one another, to share our resources, to care for one another. We are born to learn about a mother's love and to be that love for each other, which is unconditional, unwavering, fierce, protective, devoted, tender, comforting, kind. Mother's Day is a day to take up the shield of the archetypal mother, and for 24 hours, wasting not a minute, find ways to love all of God's children as if they were your own. Now, the key word is all. Does that mean all? What about that one? Yes, that one. So happy Mother's Day. And let's say good morning to each other with our namaste greeting. I think everyone here is pretty familiar with that. I love Mother's Day because my daughter comes to church. And today she brought me flowers from her garden. She actually grew those roses. And I believe there's someone in the room that gave her the start to those roses. Reverend Patricia Van Berkham.
Good job. Do you remember that?
No.
You gave me like 4 bushes.
We're old. Good job.
It was a long time ago.
She's got her little rose garden.
Lovely.
And so, are there any demonstrations this week? We have a little bit of time for demonstrations, which is what prayer has been answered for you, or how about you set an intention and it's come true? Anybody? Over there we have.
I have moved out and started the next phase of my life. I am a free woman. I'm single again, and it's for the best.
Wow. And isn't she a demonstration?
I was going to say, also, I'm here. I've been wanting to work with the church for a long time, so I'm finally doing it.
We have a young person on the soundboard that can hear and see.
understood everything I was saying.
And she probably corrected us.
She did, and she said, well, why can't you just save that password? I'm like, well, I don't know.
Well, we don't know, but you do.
That's right.
Anyway, that's definitely a demonstration. Anyone else? Okay. I do want to say there was a demonstration for me this week because we had stand down, Placer veteran stand down, and we served 462 veterans. And that means that they come and they get dental and new glasses and they get fed and they get legal is there, forgiving their mistakes. Yes, haircuts, and lots of good food from different vendors. We had the casino, Thunder Valley Casino fed us, and different places. But what I want to say about it is we have two people in the room that were actually at stand down with me. Dawn, may I say, walked the dogs. That was pretty cute. Didn't you lose one of the dogs under a car in the parking lot?
The dog was not lost.
Exactly.
I knew exactly where it was going.
And then Ann Brooks stayed in the clothing, used clothing, slightly used, all day long, and got to know some of the veterans. And I got to tool around and say hello to my people, and that was really fun. So that was a big demonstration. That was wonderful. So let's do our vision, mission, and purpose together. Our vision: we are a welcoming sanctuary community where all are accepted, valued, and supported in the global family. Our mission: we inspire personal and global transformation through the teachings of science of mind. And our purpose: in joy and love we connect in service to all life. I love that. And so now I get to bring up our practitioner for the day, Peter Rodita, and he's going to take us deeper.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Mother's Day. So setting the tone by recognizing that one power, that one presence, that is love, that pours itself into its creation, that power that is forever, eternal, and right now, this present moment. It gives of itself to us as love. And we receive as love because that's all we are. I recognize this power. I accept this power for each and every person here. And I know between the music and the message, each and every one of us receives exactly the perfect thing for us to receive. So I am so grateful to release this, my powerful word, into the law, knowing that it is so. And so it is.
Use the microphone.
Okay, we've got from Ernest Homicides in my magazine. Love gives us a sense of security and confidence, and we know that we are united with the only power there is. So there comes to us a great peace of mind, a deep sense of belonging, a complete realization that God is right where we are today and every day. And also Ernest Holmes. We should develop the practice of communing daily with the Spirit that resides within us. And such a communication should be based on a deep inward sense of belonging to life, of being a part of it, of trusting it and having confidence in it, and of knowing that as we do so, the future is certain in such a degree as we make the present a time of joy, of happiness, of peace, and of goodwill towards others. And Ernest Holmes again. If there is anything we need, it is peace of mind. Without it, life is not worthwhile. Peace of mind comes only when there is a personal and collective sense of security. This sense of security comes when there is a sense of belonging to the universe. Jesus knew that no one is or ever can become sufficient unto himself. It is when the soul returns to its source and finds its true center in pure spirit that it enters into that peace which the wise one said the world cannot give.
A sense of belonging is one of the most sought after experiences of life. If I want to experience this, let me let go of the grudges, of the tendency to see people's weaknesses, and let me look instead at what we share. Many times I walk through the world and I see a sea of strangers. But from this perspective, I can see a sea of souls having a human experience. From this perspective, I can see that we all share this journey of life in the physical dimension. We laugh, we love, we cry, we experience freedom, we experience our limitations, we experience truth, and we experience being blind to that truth. But we do all of this together. As souls, we are not strangers, but an eternal family of spiritual travelers. And when I look beneath the mask of differences, the mask of cultures, the mask of gender, I see that we are a sea of spiritual beings and that we belong to one supreme being. Let me just hold this awareness for a few moments and send light and love to every soul in the universe. In addition to sharing the journey of life, we also share a very special time together right now on this planet, a time of awakening, where we're coming out of the darkness of thinking we're just bodily beings. And we're coming into the light of realizing how wondrous we are. But most importantly, we're coming into the light of realizing that we are one world family under the care of one supreme being. And though we have been through some dark times, there has never been a night that's lasted forever. So let me trust in the potential of every soul on this planet to rise up to the invitation of these times. And today, and even for the rest of my life, I can vow to see every soul I see as part of my family, as a fellow spiritual traveler who is doing their best on this planet. I can choose to let go of the vision of strangers and welcome the vision of brotherhood. This simple practice alone will give me the most sought after treasure of life, a sense of belonging.
Do you get a sense that we're talking about belonging today? I found 3 quotes from Ernest Holmes that had the idea of belonging in it, because I have added belonging to our spiritual principles. Love, light, peace, joy. I've added belonging because it's true for all. Because as sentient beings, a sense of belonging is absolutely desirable for everyone. And I thought, oh my gosh, this meditation, which I love, and probably should listen to every day because it's so beautiful, gives me something to do in what we have going on in the world. And I had this idea that we've never been here before, because we've had what we're experiencing in our world right now, politically, if you will, before, but we've never had the internet. We have never been so connected to one another so quickly that everything that goes on because of what's going on in the world right now that news is available to us all. We know when a ship comes in, with goods that can't be delivered, or we know when they're plowing in tomatoes because they have no place to sell them or no one to pick them. I mean, we know what's going on in the world, and we're going to know as we go along, as we go forward. We're going to know more and more about what's going on in the world, and the whole world is watching, because the whole world is affected by it, because we're one. And so that meditation is so important, I thought, to really consider, really putting our love out to everyone. And so when I was in the meditation, I sent my love out to our world leaders, because I'm just going to keep doing that. Can you imagine how many people are doing that? Let's not think about what we're not doing. Let's not do that. Rather, what is it that we can do? And I think that we're going to notice more and more that we can do for each other as we go along, because I think it's going to affect us locally as well as globally. Do you agree? Mm-hmm. And so I think we're going to discover, like Stand Down, where we can not a hand out, but a hand up. That's what we say at Stand Down. Not a hand out, but a hand up. And, Jess and I like to go to Stand Down and count our miracles. And we always attach ourselves to one person that attaches themselves to us. And that person becomes my person for the whole week. And that's my miracle. That someone who won't talk to anyone will attach to someone. And it's just something that I want us to consider. So this month, as we had Melly and Z here last week, so we didn't really talk about our theme, but for May, our theme is Raise Your Voice. So really, it is about good morning. It's about what is mine to say. Raise your voice. So for the whole month, we're going to be looking at what is mine to say? What is mine to be? How do I stand in this? And our topic for today is Boundary Keepers, Nurturing Healthy Connections. How are you with boundaries?
Hey.
What is this? What is this?
Better than I was.
And so our principle today is belonging, and our three points that I'm going to touch upon are boundaries, self-love and respect, and spiritual growth. So I want you all also to be thinking about, I'm combining Mother's Day, and I want you to be thinking about, what did you learn from your mother or someone who mothered you in some way? What did you learn from the archetypal mother in your life? And so I want you to be thinking about that, because I'm going to ask it again. And what I want to say is, how I answered that question this morning was forgiveness. My mother taught me forgiveness. And I remember being in Japan. We lived there for high school and college. And we were at Hiroshima, at the museum, where they dropped the bomb. And I was with my mother, and I watched her in the museum, going from one room to the other, very courageous, remembering her homeland, Pearl Harbor. And I thought to myself, there wasn't any ugly about it in her. She stood in forgiveness. They bombed us, we bombed them. It was just beautiful. And forgiveness was a theme her whole life for me. She had Huntington's disease, which made her act crazy, mean, vile, violent. And I blamed her. I took personally what happened, what she would say to me, that were just awful. And I learned that she was not her disease. And I was able to get mad at the disease and not her. And when she visited me after she passed, and I was in Hawaii at a ukulele concert, and she came to me in a vision, she was perfect, beautiful, perfect, complete, and whole. And I realized, oh my gosh, there was no dis-ease in her. And so forgiveness was so important for me to learn in this lifetime. Because forgiveness is not about, making right someone's behavior. Rather, it is about giving everyone safe passage through our minds, through our hearts, so that we remember that the truth of who we are is the soul, which we saw the meditation. And that is how we love each other, unconditionally and forever. And my mother taught me that. So be thinking about, what was it that was the key lesson? So back to our boundaries. Yay, we love boundaries. What are they good for? Boundaries are vital for honoring our spiritual journey. Setting boundaries, safeguarding our mental and emotional well-being. How many of you have, rather than set a boundary, set yourself on suffering? Oh, hand in the back.
2 hands.
No one has suffered from another by not setting boundaries. Keeping negativity out. It's so important right now. We need to monitor the negative incoming, don't we? And so setting a boundary could mean watching the news, just the key headlines, just to know that, we're not having to take cover or anything, that we're still, I think there is some satellite come crashing into Earth, and we just need to know that that is happening in case there's a loud noise outside. And so I can say, oh, the satellite hit down the street. And so, but I don't watch the news like I used to. I absolutely have set a boundary for my well-being, for my mental health, my emotional health, right? My spiritual health. Because I could get real mad, real judgy. I mean, I know I'm the only one in the room that does that. So we create a space for our personal growth and align with our highest self and nurture our soul's evolution. Do you get the gist of this, setting boundaries? We thrive, build healthy relationships. You know that you can be in an unhealthy relationship because you have to be, maybe you're related, but still have a boundary. Still have a boundary, still have that piece of forgiveness going on, still have that connection, that belonging sense, that spiritual practice of belonging, not to behavior, but to is that the satellite? See why it's important to us?
God was agreeing with you.
Okay.
Yeah. That's an easy turn.
We're still here, so it must have just hit.
No, just the air conditioner coming on, I guess. We better call somebody that knows how to fix that.
Oh, okay.
I think I know a guy.
Who knows the guy? We show ourselves love and compassion. So here's what happens without boundaries. We have resentment and trauma. Can anyone relate? Okay. And our physical, mental, and emotional health is affected. We cultivate clarity and align our intentions with our highest good when we are setting boundaries. Can anyone relate to setting a boundary in an important relationship?
Yes.
Anybody want to say?
Huh?
Would you like to say?
Oh, no.
No.
Actually, there's many. I have my brother,
Your brother.
my parts of my family.
Family is
My mom.
what?
My
Well,
my
we'll talk-
partner. I have some pretty healthy boundaries.
You have healthy boundaries, and so you're able to navigate through your relationships.
I also have unhealthy things as well
And you have
that I'm working.
Yeah, and we're a work in progress. Right? Anybody else? Espen.
I did not appreciate the way that I was being treated, so I left. You remove yourself, you are the reward for behaving.
That is so. I did not have that in my notes.
You're welcome.
Thank you. You know, you might want to leave. You might want to not have that person in your space and hold them from afar in love. Beautiful. And again, these practices are not just external. These are internal as well. And so they help us both outwardly and inwardly. And by consistently setting boundaries, we honor our intentions, our values, our goals. Remember when we talked a lot about values, what is important to me? If I am busy in an unhealthy situation, am I actually experiencing my values, my goals, my intentions? Not really, and I don't feel good. And sometimes I get so involved in something that doesn't involve me that I forget who I am altogether.
Yeah.
So healthy relationships are rooted in mutual respect and these are healthy relationships. Mutual respect and understanding and clear boundaries. Funny thing, I noticed that in a healthy relationship, I have less boundaries than I do in an unhealthy relationship. And it's so nice, we talk about the relationship as the third entity. It's me and you, and the third entity is the relationship. So I don't have to look at you as in judgment or condemnation, or even in analyzing what I need to do. I can look at not with you, but I can look at the relationship itself. And that is also a very healthy boundary, is to take care of the relationship, the third entity. And also, does it not prevent misunderstandings and conflict? How many of you have set a boundary after a conflict and felt better about the person after that? And so in a conflict, who's involved? Because there is no other, correct? Okay. And also, these boundaries are good for our personal life and our working life. I don't actually go to an office, but I come here. This is a spiritual community, and we have to have boundaries here as well. Because this is a family, a spiritual family. And the fun part of our spiritual family is when we get into our classes and we start doing our work, our personal work, to get to our spiritual magnificence. There might be a little muck and mire that we have to go through. Yes. They're laughing back there. Hi.
I like muck and mire.
You like muck and mire?
Yep.
Okay, well, muck and mire. So this helps us, personal and professional relationships, boundaries, clarify roles. What's mine, what's yours? Do I ever get into your role? Maybe.
Why are you looking at me? I don't understand.
Well, my favorite thing is to ask Larry to do something, then I micromanage him. Why are you doing it that way? Why aren't you going to do it this way? Or how about, did you do that thing? Did you do that thing? Because I don't trust, maybe that thing got done when it was already done. Yeah. I hope you're relating to this. So, helping to foster an environment of respect and cooperation, isn't that what we're after? As we respect our own needs and those of others, we build relationships that are not only healthy, but also aligned with our highest intentions. And so this idea of boundaries, this idea of self-love and respect, you can imagine that when you have a healthy boundary, do you not feel self-love? Right away? No. Sometimes there's a lot of pain in setting a boundary. Sometimes we have to go through the suffering in order to even know we have to set a boundary, and then when we do, I worry, did I hurt that person? Did I lose the relationship? Did I take too much of a risk? But then, after a while, the healthy boundary creates more love, not only for myself, but for the other person. Does anyone have a boundary in mind that you need to set pretty soon? Yes? You're the only one.
No.
Boundaries are not about exclusion. They are essential expressions of self-respect and self-love. Also, self-respect, also respect for the other person. And because you want the relationship, and so you have to manage it. So setting healthy boundaries builds the relationship. They're mutually beneficial and honor the needs of all parties involved, even though it doesn't feel like that at the beginning. We are worthy of care, protection, and honor. And here about the most important thing is that we then live as our authentic self. I don't know why that's scary. Living as my authentic self, living out loud. I am not willing to do that anymore. I am not willing to participate in that anymore. And even if you think it's the other person, it takes two. They call it something like enabling, codependency. I think I'm just going to really stretch myself out here just to get along. Well, you're not getting along. I love that. It is essential for spiritual growth. This is the spiritual growth part. It creates a space necessary to focus on our spiritual practices. Sometimes it becomes our spiritual practice. Sometimes in order to set a boundary, we have to really do this deep excavation on releasing what's in the way of a loving relationship. And again, as Aspen said, sometimes a loving relationship is no contact. No contact. We protect ourselves from distractions that can pull us away from our spiritual path. Larry and I were talking about worry. Worry. That's a good one. Do you know that worry weighs? It has a weight in the formula of physics.
What?
So if you, for example, bless someone in love, maybe distance yourself from that person and yet worry, your demonstration or your outcome is going to be different than if you were to release that person in love and continue to love and trust. That person has a God and it's not me. What? That can't be. Especially people maybe who are in addiction and have mental health issues, whatever it is. Worrying does nothing for the other person, just like resentment does nothing for the other person. That's our trash. That is our, suck it. They say, oh, they suck the air out of the room. Well, that sucks the air out of my well-being. And so I have to let God do God's work. Let that person go in love. Detach with love. And they teach us that, don't they? In codependent no more groups. Now, I can tell you right now that the minute I stopped worrying, now sometimes with the word worry in the formula, we can't just say, well, I'm going to stop worrying. What we have to do is replace it. And so rather than worry, we become a walking, talking, living, breathing prayer. The minute I think of that person and I start to fret, I stop, drop, and pray. Knowing our oneness, knowing that God's got this, knowing that person to become perfect, complete, and whole, even if that person is no longer living because of their addiction or because of their troubles. We learned that at Stand Down. Very, very big lesson. We can't save anybody. You ever feel like you want to save someone? Yeah. That's not going to happen. I'm going to leave you here with something from Brene Brown. You're thinking about that question I asked, I hope. So Brene Brown, which is our book of the month, and you must have this book. You must. What I do when I'm driving, if I'm driving anywhere, is I listen to YouTube videos of Brene Brown. I think she's magnificent, and she constantly reminds me, because she's a scientist who researches shame and vulnerability. Remember, guilt is I did that thing. Shame, I am that thing. Well, I want to work with that. I want to work with that, distancing myself from my own crucifixion, if you will. She says, when we commit to getting closer, we're committing to eventually experiencing real face-to-face conflict. Whether it's over dinner, at work, or in the grocery line, in-person conflict is always hard and uncomfortable. And when it comes to family, including this spiritual family, it's even harder and more painful. Maintaining the course to stand alone when necessary in the midst of family or community or angry strangers feels like an untamed wilderness. Angry strangers. Do we get affected even by angry strangers? We have world leaders who are strangers, really. They wouldn't show up at the dinner table. But I can get angry. Don't even know them. When I get to the point where I'm like, screw this, that's Brene Brown, not me. It's just too hard. I'm too lost. I hear Maya Angelou's words again. The price is high. The reward is great. But here's a question that came up for me during this research. Where is the line? Is there a line in the wilderness between what behavior is tolerable and what isn't? The reward may be great, but do I have to put up with someone tearing me down or questioning my actual right to exist? Is there a line that shouldn't be crossed? The answer is yes. Participants who put true belonging into practice talked openly about their boundaries. In fact, this research confirmed what I found in my earlier work. The clearer and more respected the boundaries, the higher the level of empathy and compassion for others. So if we can imagine a good result from setting a boundary, we might be able to get past the starting line of terror. And just know that if it's good for you, it's good for all. If it is not good for you, it is not good for anyone. Shay. So, back to the question. What did your mother or someone who mothered you teach you?
My mother taught me that I should always be able to take care of myself.
My mom taught me about racism. We had a cat, we had several kittens, they were all different colors, and she said, so is one kitten better than the other because of its color? And she said, I'm not talking about preferences, I'm just, are they better? And there was 3 of us kids, and we said,
No.
And so she said, see, the color on the outside doesn't really mean anything. It's just color.
That's wonderful. Anybody else? Larry?
I think what I learned from my mother is that we all belong. And I've tried to live that my entire life. Kind of, there's no color, there's no richer or poorer, all of those things exist on a different plane. But we as humans, we all belong, and we should get along.
Yes. Don?
Amongst other things, I learned perseverance from my mother. Even after being diagnosed with dementia, Alzheimer's, and 2 bouts of breast cancer surgeries, she continued to say that she wanted to fight. And she did, with everybody.
Perseverance. That's a good one, perseverance.
Yeah, it's really an interesting question. I learned independence from my mother. Independence.
Oh, yes.
And the importance of growing as a person.
Patricia?
I learned that it was okay to have my own opinion, and that the world was this amazing place full of all these things to experience and learn and engage with, in that sense of wonder of what else is there. Yeah, that sense of wonder. She was a self-learner until the end.
Oh, nice. Peter?
I learned that I was lovable.
What was that?
I learned that I was lovable.
Yes. I don't think that's what I'm for. Yes, you are.
I'm Stephanie. I learned, especially going into my teen years, to be my own person. She would often say, just because 6 of your friends go and jump off the bridge. That means you're going to go
Doesn't mean
and
you
follow
have to.
them off the bridge, and I stand there and look at her. I go,
That's a
you
good
got a
one.
point there.
That's probably one of the most important lessons for teenagers.
Yeah.
I was taught to be the leader to jump off the bridge. Sorry, what?
Oh my goodness. Uh-oh, Jessa.
I mean, just today, my mother's taught me wonderful things, but one of the ones I've been sitting with it because there are so many. But to just have one is to go back in relationship and self. To always just go back in conflict with someone that you love. Take a breath, but always go back in. Go back in. I don't think that I would be in many of my relationships today if I didn't go back in.
Oh, that is, I want to say, oh, that's beautiful, but then again.
That's what my mom.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Sue.
I was trying to think of something and I couldn't. I loved my mom, but I actually learned who I didn't want to be.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I'd like to add something that
Sure.
I told you this morning, and I want to tell it to the group. Because we continue to learn from people that mother us for our entire life, I believe.
Yeah.
And I was telling Sharon that watching her mother other people has taught me to be a better person. I've gone through a reevaluation over the last 3 years with my children. And I now have a better relationship with them because I'm learning to be that better person. And you never stop growing. And if you look at people and let them influence you, and you've done that for me.
How about you two?
My mother, who transitioned when I was 8, taught me loving kindness. And the extra mothers that I had throughout the years did the same thing. And that's always been my go-to, is to go back to love because of those many moms who helped me with that.
That's beautiful. Yes, you are. Cookie?
Probably strength. My mother was very strong, very independent, and yeah.
That's great. You are strong. Last call? Aspen?
I had a good role model of how I did not want to live my life, just like this lovely lady over here.
Okay.
But I got some very good tools for resilience.
Resilience.
Yes.
I love that word.
She did a good job modeling that, at least.
That's wonderful. All right, let us pray. Let us pray. And then we'll have a nice song following, and we have a lot of wonderful things in the social hall for us to gather and keep talking. So as we pray, we remember and recognize the power of the one. One body, one mind, one spirit, one heart, creating everything out of itself, so that everything is created in its likeness. Loving, intelligent, wise, prosperous, abundant. Whole, complete, and perfect. And I know that I am that. That is. In its likeness, then I am perfect, complete, and whole. I have the intelligence and the love, the infinite wisdom, all living within me. I have access to the one mind. And when I open my mind, there is an infinite source to create from and as and with. And so I am creating a world that works for everyone. I may not, in my finite mind, know how to do that, but I know that the mind I have access to does. And so I simply open. I sit in the stillness and I ask, what is mine to do? Who must I love? Where must I go? What must I do to lift up humanity? I bless this center knowing it is a place, it is a sanctuary community where all are welcome, respected, cherished, where we learn skills together to have healthy relationships. We work together with a purpose to make a world that works for everyone. I am so grateful to have this sense of belonging. I belong to you, you belong to me. And I'm so grateful. As they say, one person cannot know what two people coming together can know. I am filled up on this day. I accept the blessings of all mothers, of Mother Earth, of the archetypal mother in each of us. The forgiveness that we have learned to open that door to love, to giving all of our relationships and the people in them safe passage, not only through our minds, but in our heart. I am so grateful. This community blesses the world. And this prayer that says it is so is already done in mind. I release my word into the law with such thanksgiving because it's already done in mind and the law knows how to make it so. And please affirm with me as we say, and so it is. Is that let it be? And now we get a little music. Maybe? There we go. This song might be something about belonging.
Living in the house of the soul's belonging, where you know without a doubt, made it home. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, coming back to
Okay.
that you've always known. In the kingdom of love, there is no competition, no contradiction, no control. But you can take possession and claim your passion, working on a building that cannot be bought or sold. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, where you know without a doubt that you made it home. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. secret sanctuary of the heart. Living in the house of the soul's belonging, where you know without a doubt that you made it home. Yeah, living in the house of the soul's belonging, we're coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. There is room for all the kindness you can hold, and you know you can take it with you everywhere you go. Living in the house of the soul belonging, where you know without a doubt that you made it home. Yeah, living in the house of the soul belonging, we're coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. We're coming back to the holy ground that you've always known. Coming back to the holy ground that you've always known.
Belonging, that's where we are right now. And so it's our time to give to the center from your heart and bless yourself in the morning. In consciousness of abundance, I give freely, knowing I am freely given to. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed, I am so grateful, I am so blessed. Oh, sorry. That's cool. So we have some announcements. Taco Tuesdays are starting, and it's free from 5:30 to 6:30 with our own Reverend Sharon. Please, there'll be a question, and you can participate. And it's a wonderful opportunity to build community, so please do that. And there's me. I'm going to be teaching a class. I'm really excited about it. The books are out there on the table now. You can buy them there if you want. And sign in on the sign-in sheet because I'm preparing class materials for every person. So I want to know who's going to be taking the class.
And if you don't sign up on the sign-in sheet, you can email the center's email and let us know, and I will make sure that Peter gets that information. I would like to quickly talk about Gourmets for God.
Yay!
We are starting up Gourmets for God, and we're looking for people that would like to host. So there's a sign-in sheet on the table up there if you want to sign up as a host. There's also a packet you can take and look to see some ideas and how you let us know what you're going to do. I already have somebody that has signed up. The Cartans are going to do another fun Gourmets for God. Cool. So that'll be fun. We've had all kinds of different things. There's all kinds of ideas, but sign up to be a host. And then what we do is at the end of this month, we're gonna start bidding. And then you get to bid on all of the gourmets for gods that you'd like to go to. And it is serious bidding, let me tell you. It's pretty fun. So anyway, check it out if you'd like to be a host. And if you have any questions, come up and ask me later. Thank you.
Excellent. So we're a praying community, and right outside, straight down the hall here, you'll run into a little cabinet, and it has prayer requests. And you can specify confidential, not confidential, but our prayer team will take this to heart and pray for you. And also, if you would like individual prayer after the service, please come and see me. All right. So affirmation, please say this with me. Yes.
I set healthy boundaries with love and respect, fostering strong and supportive relationships.
I'm gonna get a tattoo.
Yes. So we are a youth and family ministry, and we give thanks for our teachers of the next generation. Yes.
Yes, we do.
All right.
So we're going to do a closing song, and this is a sing-along, okay? So join us.
Love be with you, love be with you, peace enfold you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, spirit lift you, breathe it in, breathe it in, truth come through you, truth come through you, make good flow to you, make good flow to you, let joy renew you, let joy renew you, till we meet again, till we meet again, love be with you, love be with you, love be with you, love be with you. Love be with you, peace enfold you, spirit lift you, breathe in, truth come through you, let good flow to you, let joy renew you, till we meet again, love be with you, love be with you, love be with you. Love me with you. Love me with you.
Everybody stand up. Let's take a prayer position. Acknowledging each other and this wonderful time that we came together. Giving thanks for this wonderful morning. All of us here receiving and giving that one love. The only opportunity is always to say yes.
Yes.
And the only thing to say yes to is love. So I am so grateful to be here with each and every one of you. I invite you to come out and share some fellowship after class, after service, I mean. Take a look at the offerings out there, and together we say,
And so it is.
Yes.
Good job.